Hello there, what is going on everyone? Today we are going to be looking at some more new prototype stuff for Nemesis Retaliation. We're going to be looking at the Neo Flesh Cult expansion box. This is going to be all prototype stuff, although it is near completion prototype, so this is mostly going to be a representative of what you're going to get, but this is not exactly what you're going to be getting because some of this is still subject to change. But, this is a very cool box because it has also the Xyrians in there, which we're going to look at them as well. And we're going to just kind of walk through everything that's in the box. This isn't necessarily the final insert because, again, prototypes will have different packaging where things are kind of just thrown together in here. And it's not necessarily representative of the insert of the box, where we're going to be focused a little bit more on the miniatures, the cards, and some of the new components that are in here, and just to give you a rough idea of how the sculpts are going to look and how some of the stuff looks. Now, again, since it is a prototype, the physical quality is not necessarily exactly the same as what you will get. A lot of times the stuff that you get is even more refined and even better, but this is just a really cool way to give you a rough idea of what you can get. And also, these are two expansions that you can sort of mix and match into your Nemesis Retaliation games. If you want to swap out your intruders for the Neo Flesh Cult, or if you wanted to be able to put the Xyrians in there, which are like a third faction that can play their own, they have their own agenda, and they might help you or they might hinder you. And so it's a really cool way to kind of change up your game. So I thought that was fun. Plus, we are still doing the $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos to have a chance to enter to win that. Let's go ahead and pop this thing open. We have a lot of stuff in here. Now, again, this is the way a lot of times they'll ship prototypes where things are just rubber banded together. This is not how your final game is going to look. You're not going to have stuff rubber banded together. Again, just a prototype, but Awakened Realms did send this out. We already looked at the base game, and so this is a way for us to just kind of pull out some of the components. We have a bunch of new components in here with what looks like bigger tokens. We're going to look at that in a little bit more detail. We've got our Xyrian cards. We've got our Neo Flesh Cult miniatures here, and our Xyrian miniatures here as well. Let's get all of these out of the box and take a closer look. All right, so first we have a little reminder piece as well that are specific to the Xyrians, and we've got this nice little tray here to help. Now we've got a couple of different types. We're going to look at the Queen first. This is and this is a really nice finish too. They have the whole sun drop method where basically they pre-color and pre-shade the miniatures. This isn't something that everyone will get. I think you have the option to get sun drop if you want to pay a little more for it. It is really nice, and I think they've come a long way from I think they've sort of come a long way on refining this technique and making it really nice. It makes for a really cool looking miniature. Again, this is like an orange paint with or maybe even a yellow paint with a dark orange wash, and it just gives the whole thing a nice golden texture. There's a lot of cool pieces on here. This thing is like a hybrid of mechanical and engineer. It almost like the Borg in a way, right? Neo Flesh Cult, like they've a bio race that has embraced technology so much that it has sort of consumed them. We also have crawl mines, fire spitters, ironclads, and slashers, and twitchlings. We're going to take a look at all of those. I think this is a slasher right here. Very cool looking. This is, I think there's a crawl mine. It's cute, like he's going to blow up. And this one is a fire spitter. Look at that. He's ready to shoot you with that tail. That is awesome. So you're getting some variety in with this as well. The ironclads, which have like a little shield in front of them, which is also very nice looking. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. And I think if you you can see the bottom. I think if you get these without the unpainted versions, I think they'll just have a regular plastic finish on them. So I don't know which ones these are, but these are cool. It's like a statue, almost like a queen, like a Borg queen, sort of. That's really awesome. I like it. And you have a whole another tray of these as well, so that you're getting an awful lot. Getting an awful lot in here. I don't think we've looked at the little twitchlings yet. Here's the little Twitchlings. Oh my goodness, they're adorable. They wouldn't hurt you, would they? They wouldn't cause any problems. Wouldn't you want to bring one home? Adopt one? There's a lot of abandoned Twitchlings in this shelter. All right, that's pretty cool. We're also going to take a look at the Xyrians. All right, so these guys are appreciated in a blue. Let me move that out of the way so we can see them a little more clearly. Oh, there, yeah, they definitely have sort of a like a more sophisticated Alien sort of look. I'm getting a little bit of like, if this were Alien versus Predator, these would be like the Predators. Sort of, they're kind of taking on that role of that third party, or in StarCraft terms, the Protoss, or in 40K terms, maybe Tau, right? Like there's a lot of people that fill that archetypal role, and it seems like that's what they're doing. They have their own agenda. So that's pretty cool. And just a reminder, this is a prototype. This isn't necessarily how the final version will look. And if you did not get the Sundrop version, yours may all be gray. But it is cool. It is cool to see them pre-colored. And again, that extra shading in there too really helps bring out the detail. And then we have these, which are interesting with the extra like acrylic piece in there to kind of make that stand out, which is a very cool thing. Very cool. Very cool. Got a computer console on there. So those are our Xyrians. We only have 3 of them. From what I understand, and again, I haven't read too much onto them, but they don't all come out into play every game. There's sort of, you know, how you always have like a certain element of randomness. There may be 1, there may be all 3. They may work against you. They may work with you. They may help one player. They may help everybody. They may try to kill you all or just do their own thing, which is very cool. We'll take a look at some of the cards too. So the Xyrians have different cards. They have different events that can potentially come out. Maybe they're doing a hunt. Maybe they're looking for the queen, or it can change your objective. There's also a way to potentially gain allegiance with them. You can, if you're in the same room with them, if that part comes out, there's different items that can also come out, and maybe you need to get one of these and escape with it, depending on if the objective comes out. And then they have their own cards that will govern their activations. And so maybe sometimes things like moving towards the hive, if it's been discovered, go towards aliens, or different things like that. And then of course they have their own exploration cards, and different status effects too that can potentially mark you or different things like that. So yeah, I don't think you really want to mess around with them too much. They seem like they're probably more problematic than they're worth, but this could be a really interesting way to amp up the difficulty and the randomness and unpredictability of your game. We've also got the Neo Flesh Cult cards out as well. They're going to have their own subset of cards, so if you wanted to run them, you'd be swapping out all of these from whatever other intruder race you're using. They have their own event cards here, like Extermination Protocol and the Auto Fire Protocol, or Long Range Defense, or Oxygen Absorption Protocol. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so nasty stuff. We have our Neo Flesh Cult Attacks, which is going to be a unique attack deck for them. Rat-a-tat. Interesting thing is we also have some additional rules. So you have the backside of each of these cards with saying no additional rules, or you have basically the additional rules that are going to make each different type stand out a little bit. So we have those, which are pretty cool. This is a nice way to kind of make them differentiate and be also good reminders of the different things that they can do. Well, for example, like the Ironclad has to be attacked first, and if he's in the corridor, he takes 2 hits to be killed. If he's in a room, he just gets pushed back, so that the big shield is actually going to work with him, which is pretty cool. They also have their own exploration deck, and which at first glance looks similar, and then they also have their own help, player order cards. And separate from all that are a bunch of tokens, and I think that these are meant to be upgrades to other versions of Nemesis. I'm not sure exactly, but because these are the classic original style, which are really nice. And again, this look takes me straight back to classic Nemesis. So it looks like this is probably something that was offered during the campaign that maybe I'm just missing. We got our blank token right there. So pretty cool stuff. If your cardboard tokens are a little worn out or whatever, and you want to get some plastic ones, some real nice high quality upgraded tokens, you can do that. We've got, oh, and for the different alien races and stuff like that. And a lot of the cardboard is all able to be upgraded with these, it looks like. So even got like the corpse tokens in here. I'm not sure which ones these are. Oh, is this for lockdown? I think this is for lockdown. And then these smaller ones as well. So yeah, no, that's cool stuff. And then we have some of these with our regular tokens for the Neo Flesh Cult to go into the bag as well. So there we go. We've got them, and then our Xyrian tokens are in here. So that was just a quick look at the Neo Flesh Cult box. All right, so this is just, again, reminder, this is all prototype stuff. Big thanks to Awaken Realms for sending this out. We're going to have to get this incorporated into some of our games of Nemesis Retaliation. And the one of the beauties of this game and this whole game system that all of the Nemesis games have had, and this one has as well, is the beauty to mix and match modules. If you wanted to incorporate these guys into maybe just the base game and say, no, no Neo Flesh Cult this time, I just want to try the base game with these guys, you can do that. Or maybe leave them out, maybe they're too crazy, and just swap out the intruders, or maybe do both, or add any other different modules that that you want to do, or swap out your heroes and all of that stuff. Again, you can mix and match and make every game unique. There are also different trackers that are going to go over the existing board as well. Forgot to showcase those, and I saw those after I was done. So yeah, just let me know if you guys have any questions or comments down in the description below. You can still get a late pledge in on Nemesis Retaliation. I'll have a link in the video description below. You don't want to miss out on this, guys. This is a super awesome world that they've created, and a really, really fun gaming system. I know so many people that say that this was one of their favorite games of all time, whether depending on different versions of Nemesis, whenever they got into it for the first time. So I think you're going to love it, and hopefully you enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. I will talk to you later. May the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. And always wash your socks.